No stones left unturned in a new memoir by one of Canada's greatest curlers from her hometown Winnipeg Curling Club to the top of the Olympic podium.
Yeah, that's right. Jennifer Jones altered how the game is played and helped build equity in what was a traditionally male-dominated field. So Jee is hearing more of her story this morning. Good morning, Jee.
Good morning, Courtney. Good morning, Nick. And yes, we are joined by Jennifer Jones, and she's got her new memoir out called Rockstar. We're going to talk to her about this. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
So we just found out this is on the bestseller list.
It is. It hit #1 yesterday.
Okay. How do you feel about that? That must be amazing.
It was very surreal, actually. It was just so crazy to me, and had a little bit of a celebration last night with my husband. And I wrote the book, and I was happy with the book, but I'm glad that everybody else is liking it.
I'm always fascinated by athletes, high performance elite athletes, because the journey that you go through, I think we can all learn lessons in our own lives. So is that the reason why you want to tell your story?
A little bit of everything, yeah. When I was competing, I had such a long career that we kept saying, oh, we need to write a book one day. We need to put this in the book. And I think because I was such a private person, there were so many stories behind the scenes that just never were in the public eye, and I thought they were worth sharing. But also for our daughters, it's something that's written about a big impact in their life. Like curling, they were on the tour, they traveled their whole life. So it was just a really big part of our lives, and now it's written in stone.
We have footage of you were at an event, I think it was the last tournament that you competed against, and there was a standing ovation for you, and it was very emotional because I think your children were with you at that time. When you finally said, this is it from a professional standpoint, that must have been really emotional for you.
It was super emotional.
Yeah.
It was super emotional for me, and I think I actually struggled with it in the sense that I always thought when I ended curling it was because I didn't want to practice anymore, or I didn't love it as much, but that never happened to me. And I'm actually now super grateful for that. I wanted this epiphany moment so that I knew it was the right time. But I knew in my heart that it was the right time to be with my family. But the hard part was that our kids really struggled with it. Our girls were very sad that it was going to be over. It was a big part of their life. And when the last rock came to rest, and after they came, they were giving me a hug, and we were on live TV, my little one whispered to me, "Please change your mind." So it was hard because you don't want to let your kids down, but I knew it was the right moment for me.
I had a chance to read the memoir. There was so many moments in your career where I was so fascinated, but the one that really stood out for me was I had no idea in the world of curling, for a lot of the female athletes, there was no area for them to nurse when they had just given, and you fought for change on that.
I did. It just wasn't right.
Yeah.
You could nurse anywhere, really, except when you were at a curling event. There was rules and stipulations and regulations, and all of a sudden they were asking the athletes to go and nurse in the stands, surrounded by fans, so you're going to be signing autographs and nursing your baby. And for anybody who's, especially a new mom, it's not something that's super easy. So I raised my hand, and I didn't feel like it was right, and I thought, curling should evolve and should change in this area.
And you made that happen. It's wild to me, because we now, looking back at that, I go, okay, I guess it made sense because women have had to overcome so many obstacles, but it still was really surprising when I read about that.
And it wasn't that long ago.
No, it really wasn't.
Yeah, and so, and there was a lot of nursing moms as athletes. A lot of times it kind of evolved. There wasn't that many moms, and then it was becoming more of a thing. And now actually even at the Olympics, they have like a nursing or moms area for the athletes that have young children. But when I went to the Olympics, that wasn't available. Yeah. So if you were a nursing mom and you were going away for the Olympics and you couldn't bring your baby because they couldn't come to Athletes Village, you had to make a decision on what you were going to do. And so I think it is evolving, and you just, you want to kind of do what's right and help grow the game. And as a mom of 2 young daughters, I want them to have every opportunity. So once you finish your book tour, what happens next for you? Oh boy, I'm still working.
I know.
So I work full time. I'm a lawyer. I broadcast for curling, which I love. So I'm still involved in the game. Our daughters are into curling, so I'm going to try to help coach them. But what I really want to do is make sure I'm present for them physically. I've always felt that I was a present mom. Yeah. Even when I was traveling, I made sure that I called them every day. I had video recorded myself reading books to them so that I could read them their bedtime stories. but I want to be that mom with the pom-poms front and center, embarrassing the heck out of them. I want to be that person, and so I needed to be physically present. That's what I'm going to be doing.
I love it. I love it. Congratulations on an incredible career. And then you definitely want to pick up the book, Rockstar. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.